Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Crypto Cartographers. As always, with you here, the real Seabass, bringing you some premium crypto content. Taking a look at the coin market cap, total market cap, $127 billion right now, which is just slightly down from the last few days. As you have all seen, we seem to have hit a temporary top. Taking a look through the coins, we're seeing red again, lots and lots of red, but that's to be expected after such a large rally like we saw over the last week. Taking a look at some of our biggest gainers in the top 100 for the last 24 hours, we have Buggear, whatever the hell that is, Buggeara coin, only $45,000 of 24-hour volume, so very small volume, probably just a pump and dump. We have Theta, which is about $9 million 24-hour volume. That's a little bit more legit. Nice 21% gain. Looks like it's currently mooning right now. Not too shabby. And then we have just a few other assortment of coins on the way down that are slightly positive. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin here on the daily chart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change up my format a little bit here. I'm just going to go daily. I'm going to go 4 hour, 15 minute, and 5 minute, just so we can get a little breakdown on every single time frame. So looking at the daily chart here, we're going to see that we're having a little bit of a retracement from the last few days of green action. I also changed up some of my EMAs here. I'm now rocking the 34 EMA, the 13 EMA, the 34 EMA, and the 55 EMA. These are all a little bit shorter term, a little bit better for smaller time frame movements. So looking here on the daily, a couple things that I noticed right off the bat. The histogram is starting to tick down ever so slightly now. Granted, the MACD is still moving up, so that's still good, but or these moving averages on the MACD, I should say. But again, histogram looking like it's starting to have a rounded top here, so that is something to pay attention to. RSI, not really oversold, not really overbought, kind of neutral right now. It looks like it's just cooling off. So ideally, bullish case, we'd like to see this maybe come down a little bit, consolidate right at, actually, if you take a look. So if you take a look, it's actually finding a little bit, oh, too many lines, my goodness. It's actually consolidating, holy cow. There we go. It's actually consolidating right along a previous support resistance line. So you'll notice that we floated around this same exact line where we've not only found resistance, but we've also found support on this same exact line on the RSI. So RSI is so similar to price in the sense that there's support and resistance levels. You're looking for higher highs, you're looking for lower highs. So it's something that it's a very valuable indicator to learn. But going into actual price action here, you'll notice that I've dropped a Fibonacci retracement tool that we're going to look at on a little bit smaller time frames. For those of you that don't know what a Fibonacci retracement tool is, it is used as a way of seeing how far a price is going to retrace, what levels are going to be a little bit more bullish, what levels are going to be a little bit more bearish as it retraces down. Fibonacci in general is actually just a sequence of numbers that's found not only in trading, but it's actually found all throughout the universe, from everything in how a seashell is spiraled to how our DNA is spiraled to even how a galaxy is spiraled. It's a very, very interesting read and a very interesting tool to use. I primarily use it because I know a lot of traders use it, so whether or not you believe in the fact that it is a very significant set of numbers, it's also being used by everybody else. So because it's being used by everybody else, everybody's kind of drinking out of the same bathwater. They're all seeing the same setups. So something I like to use on these retracements. So what we can see here is we started down at the 3130 level. We came up, we topped out just, where is that? Just about the 4185, almost 4200 level. So Today, we actually found a little bit of support on the 0.382 level, which this is typically bullish when we find support here. However, we're not seeing the volume that we would come to expect with this level. So as we go down a little bit further, you're going to notice we're starting to see what looks like a little bit of a bear flag forming here. Not only are we starting to see this little bit of a bear flag forming, but what we are seeing on the EMAs is we're actually seeing, for the first time in this bullish run in the last week, the 13 EMA, which is represented by this purple line here, is crossed below the 34 EMA, which is represented by this teal or this blue line here. So we had this cross happen right here. There was a pretty significant dump when we had that cross, and we've not been able to get back above. So just something to keep an eye on, because this could be a bearish indicator that we could be falling further. So if we do see the price action fall lower, we're going to probably want to look for either hitting off of the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, or at our very, very last stop, the 0.618, which is a very, very significant number when it comes to retracements, when it comes to really just kind of holding that last ground, that last line. So keep an eye out on this. On the RSI, on the hourly, we're sort of flattening out here. Honestly, in my opinion, it kind of looks like we're wanting to make another low. That's just kind of what it looks like based on this entire run, but we'll see. Histogram ticking upwards, so that looks healthy. But generally speaking, I have the RSI that kind of looks like it wants to be bearish. Price action looks like it wants to be bearish. So, even though the histogram is looking bullish, I'm kind of leaning more bearish because of the confluence of these indicators. Lastly, we're going to look at the 15-minute here. So, actually, looks like price is actually starting to break down from this bear flag, so that's not too good. This same line that I placed earlier, as you can see, we've now rejected not once but twice on the RSI. As far as the histogram goes, we're now seeing what looks like a lower high on the histogram, which that's bearish, showing that we are losing strength in our bullish momentum. So let's keep an eye out on this. I'm guessing that we are going to continue to see a little bit of a downward price action until we find that support. 15 minutes, same thing. We had that support on the point. What is that? The point. Sorry, can't think right now. The 0.382 level, which again, normally that's something that would be bullish if we bounced off this with volume, but we're not seeing that. Moving on here to XRP USD on the daily chart here, we're going to kind of do the same setup. So as you guys are seeing, we are currently hovering on this major support resistance zone. Jumping a little bit further in, it looks like we might have had a little bit of a double top on the 4-hour. I'm also seeing here on the MACD, histograms ticking downwards. The moving averages are plummeting downwards. So I think we break through this level. If I actually take my fib tool, wherever it may be, take my fib retracement tool here, and I run it onto this recent bull run. If I can get this, there we go. We've now actually broken through the 0.38. We kind of were testing it earlier today, broke through, plummeted. Currently, we found some support here on the 34 EMA, but I don't think that will hold. I think that we do have some downside to go. RSI is reflecting that same thing along with the MACD. Dropping down to the hourly chart here, taking a look. Same setup. Looks like decreasing bull volume down here, decreasing price action. Broke through that 0.38, looking to maybe try to find some support on the 0.5 or the 0.61 here, or the 0.618. So, looking like a cool off RSI here. or I'm sorry, not the RSI, the MACD, the histogram here, is looking a little bit bullish, just ever so slightly, but not enough to overwhelm these other indicators that we're seeing here. So looking like a cool off. I'm going to guess we're going to trade sideways for a little bit. Who knows? I could be completely wrong, but I'm not going long here. I've already tried to jump in on these 15-minute oversold bounces that we've seen. This is typically a best bet if you're scalping, is looking for these oversold 15-minute bounces here. You had another one right here where you would have had some pretty decent gains. So now that we are trending downwards, that is not my strategy anymore. That's usually only a bullish strategy. So we will see what happens. We'll figure out if we're going to have a little bit more life in this market. I personally am bullish long term, of course, because we have Bakkt right around the corner. We have Coinbase trying to lobby to actually make crypto tax-free, which is pretty interesting when you think about it. So there's definitely a lot of good things happening in the crypto space that are bullish long-term. But as for this rally, I think this rally might be not necessarily over, but I think it might be paused. If we're looking at it, again, jumping back up to the daily, I think this might just be a dead cat bounce in the overall bear market, and I think we still need to see a little bit stronger of a bottom for us to declare this this bear market to be over. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. That's all I got for you guys today. Go ahead, hit a like. Make sure you subscribe. Drop something in the comments. Let me know that you like these. I know it's been kind of far and few in between that I've been dropping these videos, but with a full-time job, with a fiance, and most importantly, with a puppy, you just don't have a whole lot of time at all. Seriously. It's like 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night that I'm recording these videos. But I want to get these out to you guys because I love you guys. I want you guys to be informed. I want you to have some content to watch. So show me some love. Let me know that you're here, and I will see you guys next time. This is Crypto Cartographers signing out.